Gravity Falls introduced dozens of quirky characters and creatures over its 2 seasons. But while some become forgettable, others appeared once and were never seen again, fading out of the story without a single explanation. From mysterious monsters to side characters who simply vanished, the show left behind more questions than answers. Were they simply written out, forgotten, or lost somewhere deep in the wilderness of Gravity Falls? Today, out of the many that appeared on the show, we're finding out about the top 11 characters who disappeared that fans still wonder about years later. The first character on our list is someone who went from being Gravity Falls' most glamorous snob to one of its most forgotten faces, Pacifica Northwest. When we first meet her, Pacifica was the queen bee of Gravity Falls, rich, rude, and raised to believe that her family's money made them better than everyone else. She was Mabel's rival, Dipper's annoyance, and the town's symbol of spoiled privilege.
It's like this collar is strangling me. Who do you guys think you're impressing with this stuff?
Everyone. High standards are what make the Northwest family great.
Everything changed in Northwest Mansion Mystery. In this episode, Pacifica finally steps out of her golden cage. When a vengeful ghost attacks her family's mansion, she has to face the ugly truth about her family's history, that the Northwest's wealth was built on lies and cruelty. With Dipper's help, she defies her parents and opens the gates to the townsfolk, breaking a 150-year-old curse.
Is this bell broken?
Our family name is broken. I'm gonna fix it.
It's one of the most heartfelt redemptions in the entire series. Pacifica isn't a villain anymore. She's a human. By the end, she's earned Dipper's respect and the audience's sympathy. But strangely, after that powerful transformation, she just disappears. Pacifica barely appears in Weirdmageddon, and by the finale, she's reduced to a face in the crowd. The show never revisits her story. No follow-up on her relationship with Dipper, no mention of her family's downfall, nothing. Journal 3 briefly mentions her donating the Northwest fortune to rebuild the town, but that was only part of what happened. After Gravity Falls, creator Alex Hirsch confirmed that the Northwests actually lost their mansion and all of their wealth, forcing Pacifica to start over. In one of his Q&A sessions, he even joked that she now works at Greasy's Diner, learning humility the hard way. But while Pacifica's story ended quietly, the next forgotten character's story ended across time itself. Our second entry literally blinked out of existence. A time traveler whose life and possibly the universe's hit pause forever. Number 10. Blendon Benjamin Blandon. Blendon worked for the Time Anomaly Removal Crew, cleaning up paradoxes across history. He first appeared in The Time Traveler's Pig, chasing after Dipper and Mabel for accidentally stealing his time tape. His clumsy pursuit led to one of the show's most famous sequences, a time-traveling pig loop that rewrote Waddle's fate. After being arrested by the Time Police, Blendon disappeared until Blendon's Game, where he returns, seeking revenge on Dipper and Mabel for ruining his life. But in classic Gravity Falls irony, he ends up bonding with them instead. He even hosts the intergalactic Globnar Games, a chaotic contest which feels like cosmic dodgeball mixed with a lawsuit. By the end, Blendon forgives the twins, restores the timeline, and promises to keep time safe. But after that, he's gone. His final cameo is in Weirdmageddon Part 1, frozen mid-scream along Bill Cipher's victims. His ultimate fate, unknown. Some fans believe the Time Baby resurrected him after the reset of the timeline. Others say he's stuck forever between seconds. Whatever the case, Blendon's story, like time itself, loops and ends abruptly. He's the ultimate forgotten man of Gravity Falls, the one who literally slipped through time and was never seen again. And while Blendon's disappearance was cosmic, the next forgotten character's was downright creepy. Because while some characters vanished into time, others were swallowed by the dark side of Gravity Falls itself. Number 9. The Summerween Trickster. Gravity Falls has its own spooky Halloween called Summerween, and it came with a monster who loved candy almost as much as he loved scaring kids. In Summerween, Dipper and Mabel encountered the Summerween Trickster, a tall, creepy figure in a grinning pumpkin mask who threatens them.
If you can collect 500 pieces of candy, I will let you live.
That's impossible!
You must trick or treat or die.
This guy is pure nightmare fuel. He even devours a child whole just to make a point.
My name is Gorney. Remember me!
Later, it's revealed that he's made of all of the unwanted candy that kids throw away each year.
Loser candy.
That's right. Think about the candy at the bottom of the bag that no one likes. Children of Gravity Falls throw away all of the rejected candy. So I seek revenge.
In a poetic twist, Suze and the gang defeated him by literally eating him alive. As Suze munches through his gummy insides, the trickster sheds a candy corn tear of joy, finally being appreciated. Which is weird, but hey, I'm not one to judge. Then he melts into a sugary puddle and disappears for good.
All I've ever wanted is for someone to say that I was good. I'm so happy.
I'm sure someone somewhere enjoyed that just a little too much. The trickster never returns. The only small nod is the throwaway line in Society of the Blind Eye, where McGucket mentions stealing a hat from a scarecrow, likely the trickster's. But not every forgotten character was terrifying. Some were surprisingly charming, like the one who stole Mabel's heart. Number 8. Mermando. In the deep end, Mabel discovers Mermando, a trapped merman boy held captive in the Gravity Falls public pool. Mermando, a charismatic merperson from the Gulf of Mexico, quickly wins her over.
There! I brought you a sandwich. It's sort of wet. I like sharing things. Secrets. Share your secret, beautiful stranger.
Oh, very well. But you must never tell another living soul my terrible secret. I am a merman.
I thought you were gonna say you had a girlfriend.
He serenades her with a guitar tune. Cliché much?
There are some who call me Mermando. This is because Mermando is my name.
Mabel helps him escape by smuggling him out in a water cooler. They share a heartfelt goodbye and a water bubble kiss before he swims back to freedom.
Wait, one last thing.
Later, he's only mentioned once more through a postcard saying that he now has tons of mermaid girlfriends. Much to Mabel's dismay, in Journal 3 it's noted he became chieftain of an underwater kingdom, but in the show's timeline, he's gone for good. In Gravity Falls, not every creature gets a happy ending. Some don't swim away, they lure you in. Because the next forgotten character didn't need a curse or a spell to trap her victims, just charm was enough. Number 7. Darlene the Spider-Woman. In Roadside Attraction, Grunkle Stan tries to teach Dipper the art of flirting, only to get trapped by a man-eating spider named Darlene. Darlene appears as a beautiful woman running a roadside attraction, but soon reveals herself to be a monstrous 8-legged
I can't believe people fall for it.
You're so brave.
I'm a real catch.
The catch of the day.
I think your contacts fell out.
She cocoons Stan, intending to snack on him later, until a collapsing Paul Bunyan statue pins her down. Whether she's dead or just trapped isn't confirmed, but she is never seen again.
Danny. I'm sorry. You'll let me out, right?
What? Seriously, do I look like an amnesiac?
Have you ever considered becoming a comedian?
I actually have? Let me get you out from this. Oh yeah, right.
And while Darlene was busy spinning webs, another tiny civilization was fighting a war of its own town just a few episodes earlier. Number 6. The Lilliputians. In the Gulf War, Mabel and Pacifica discover the Lilliputians, miniature people who live inside the town's mini-golf course. Each hole has its own tribe, Dutch, Scottish, and cowboy. And they all despise each other.
We know all about rivals. These frilly-bottom poppajays are terrible at controlling the balls.
Shut your mouths, you showboating pirates!
The Eiffel Tower hole is the best. See the uncommons, these scurrilous Frenchmen. None control the balls better than the Knights of Wiener Castle. We'll settle which hole is best. Attack!
Because of course they do. Mabel tries to unite them to win a bet, but their fragile alliance collapses into chaos. The episode ends with a full-blown mini-civil war across the putting green. After that, they vanish completely, never seen again. The Lost Legends comic revisits them briefly, but the show itself leaves them locked in endless battle under the windmill hole. But while these mini-golfers kept fighting their pointless war, another mythical being showed up to test humanity's purity, or at least pretend to. Number 5. Celestabel Bethabel, the unicorn. In the last Mabelcorn, Mabel and her friends seek unicorn hair to protect the shack from evil. They meet Celestabel Bethabel, which is one hell of a name. A dramatic, self-absorbed unicorn who claims only the pure of heart can touch her hair. After ridiculous tests, it's revealed she's a fraud who lies for fun.
Whoa. You gotta be kidding me. Are you seriously pulling this pure of heart scam again?
Wait, scam?
All our dumb horns can do is glow, point towards the nearest rainbow, and play rave music.
Once exposed, Mabel pulls Celestabel Bethabel's hair, and she slinks away in shame. Black eye and all, she is never mentioned again.
All this time, I thought I was a bad person. You're even worse than I am!
So you learned our secret. We have more hair than we know what to do with. What are you gonna do about it? Huh?
But while Celestabel Bethabel faded back into her forest, another magical being was busy rolling dice and rolling over our heroes. Number 4, Probabilitor, the Annoying. When Dipper and Ford played a D&D style board game, we met a villain who literally came out of the dice. He was a goofy, power-hungry wizard from the realm of math and probability, otherwise known as Detention, voiced by none other than Weird Al Yankovic.
There's only one way your family can save you. Must defeat me in Dungeons, Dungeons, and more Dungeons.
He bursts out of the game, captures Dipper and Ford, and plans to devour their brains to absorb their combined nerd intelligence. Over the course of the episode, Mabel and Stan must actually play Dungeons, Dungeons, and more Dungeons in real life to beat him. A hilarious mix of math and chaos. Finally, they roll a critical hit with the infinity-sided die, shrinking Probabilitor down. Talk about an unceremonious exit for the greatest wizard in mathology. After that, he was never seen again. The Gravity Falls wiki lists his status as presumably deceased, which feels accurate. If Probabilitor hadn't been crushed, he might have escaped during Weirdmageddon when the game characters were freed. But nope, he's gone. Just a forgotten smear on the Mystery Shack carpet. But while Probabilitor was flattened by logic, our next forgotten face was erased by history itself. The most ridiculous president you've never heard of. Number 3, Sir Lord Quentin Tremblay III. Gravity Falls' founding father wasn't just forgotten, he was deleted from the history books. Quentin Tremblay, the long-lost 8.5th president of the United States, was discovered by Dipper and Mabel in Irrational Treasure. Now Tremblay, preserved in a block of peanut brittle, is pure chaos in human form. A man so eccentric that Congress literally removed him from history for being too silly to be president. He once outlawed pants and tried to eat the Declaration of Independence.
Of all of America's secrets, the most embarrassing was that of Quentin Tremblay. After winning the 1837 election in a landslide, appointed 6 babies to the Supreme Court and issued the Depancipation Proclamation.
After being revived, Tremblay rewards Mabel with a congressional title, tips his hat, and rides off into the sunset.
As thanks, I'd like to make you an official U.S. Congressman.
I'm legalizing everything.
Tremblay away!
We never see him again. The show only gives a brief nod in The Centurion Candidate, referencing the town's embarrassing leaders, Tremblay included. But the man himself, still out there somewhere, riding across America, spreading irrational freedom. But from a president who defied history, we moved to a ghost who defied death and made Pacifica face her family's sins. Number 2, the Northwest Manor Ghost, Archibald Corduroy. Among Gravity Falls' most haunting one-offs is the Northwest Manor Ghost, a vengeful spirit with a chilling backstory and one of the show's most emotional conclusions. In Northwest Mansion Mystery, Pacifica enlists Dipper to cleanse her family's mansion from a haunting during their annual high society party. The culprit turns out to be Archibald Corduroy, a lumberjack betrayed by the Northwests 150 years ago when they locked him and the townsfolk out of a party during a blizzard, leaving them to die in the cold.
The Northwests asked us lumberfolk to build them a mansion atop the hill. Once a year they would throw a grand party and all would share in the bounty. But when it was time for the grand party, they refused to let us in. I was swept away by the storm.
Now a glowing blue specter wielding a massive axe, Archibald storms the mansion, turning guests into wood as punishment. He growls that the Northwest family must finally keep their promise and open their gates to the townsfolk or be doomed forever.
It's happening.
Pacifica, defying her snobbish parents, opens the gates and welcomes everyone in, breaking the curse. The ghost softens, thanks her, and ascends in a swirl of blue light, at peace at last.
Is this bell broken?
Our family name is broken. I'm gonna fix it.
Yes, it's happening, Pacifica. You are not like the other Northwests. Justice.
It's one of Gravity Falls' most heartfelt single-episode arcs. After that, the ghost is gone for good. Journal 3 confirms Archibald's spirit has moved on and won't return unless disturbed again. As one spirit found peace, another celestial being brought pure chaos. A winged matchmaker who left behind broken hearts, magic potions, and a trail of confused couples. Number 1, the Love God. Our final forgotten character isn't a villain or a ghost. He's a rock star cherub with a potion problem. The Love God appears in The Love God, surprise, surprise, floating above the Woodstick Music Festival like a hippie cupid with a mohawk and heart-shaped sunglasses.
Hi, Love God? Mabel here, big fan. That was some of the finest matchmaking I've ever seen. Please, please tell me your secret.
He's responsible for spreading romance with magical love potions, though his methods are questionable. Mabel borrows one of his brews to help Robbie fall for someone else after his breakup, which predictably spirals into chaos.
Did your whole thing suddenly get a lot more likable?
You don't seem as needy as I used to think you were.
You wouldn't want to maybe get out of here and go kiss in public a lot?
For some reason, I do.
By the end, the Love God has to help fix Mabel's mess, but he's soon chased away by angry exes whose relationships he accidentally ruined. Yep, and that's it. He's never seen again. During Weirdmageddon, even as the world collapsed into madness, the Love God was nowhere to be found. Maybe he was too busy spreading love in another dimension. These are some of the forgotten characters of Gravity Falls. The ones who showed up, made us laugh or gasp, and then disappeared into the weird Oregon woods. Never to be seen again, at least so far. Each had its moment. But as Gravity Falls' main story moved forward, they fell by the wayside. Whether they were defeated, freed, appeased, or just went home, we may never get full closure on their fates. But that's part of the Gravity Falls charm. Not every side character's story is wrapped up neatly. Some mysteries and characters linger even after the show ends. Who knows? If Gravity Falls ever returns in some form, maybe one of these forgotten figures could stage a comeback.